Right, I've just finished the first video that I made about getting a new gym membership, and had to take a big swig of water after that, but now I'm ready to make this video. I've already come up with notes which I'm going to show before this clip here about how I could improve over 21 compared to 20, and I'm going to carry on talking about that because this is the day that I want to do it. I've got many ways that I can improve, honestly. Many different ways. Right, change the scene, back in the bedroom. It was just getting way too cold. So I had to leave. But let's get back into the video. I have a lot of fears to work on, which I've done, which I've started doing already. Immediately. Last night, going into the early hours of the morning, I was just working through things, and I've started to go out my way to work on the childhood fears that I had ever since I was, no, let me try that again. I've gone out my way to work through all of the fears that I've built through childhood and adolescence. There you go. So that I can move on and not hold any baggage. The earlier I finish doing that, the more time I would have set aside being able to not love life and not enjoy life, because I'm doing that already, but feel more at peace, be in a calmer state of mind to make the most appropriate decisions for myself, and that sort of thing. I really am going to get far, but I just need to carry on working on myself in main ways, like getting a gym instructor job, and at least working towards, actually no, probably by next year, by 1 year from now, around this time, I think I would have got my personal training qualifications. No joke. So yeah, main aim is get a gym instructor job so I can move on financially, and also in terms of the path that I want to take, going and providing personal training services by having my own personal training business or businesses, depending on what I want to do. I know I want to go down that route, but I have only just thought about it. I haven't yet actually made any form of passive income yet, which I could work on over this next year's worth of time. So that I'd like to work on that so I can further progress in my life and experience more fulfillment. Go out there, go and spread my name in real life, not just on the internet. I'm going to carry on enjoying myself here though, because I've come so far in my journey that I'm just not going to stop. I've put way too much in, and I'm really liking where things are going, so I'm just going to keep going. It really is as simple as that. It's not like I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm wanting to move on to bigger and better things and I want to climb a different mountain. No. This is the first serious mountain. This is the first mountain I'm climbing in my life, or at least in my adult life, for sure. But I might climb many different mountains in the future, but just not now. That's the main point I want to get across. Not now, because I really like where things are heading and I've just started. It's been 10 months, actually no, less than 10 months since I started the journey 12 days from 10 months. And I've almost got a gym instructor job in pursuit of having a personal training job, and then doing that and having my own personal training business on the side along with that, and also passive income sources. To think that I've already put my got myself going in this direction, a direction that I truthfully want to go in, is something that I might not have ever done if I didn't make videos for this channel. So I must say, self-hug time. I feel very grateful for making that decision to make that channel. Even though I have different reasons for why I want to keep on progressing and making videos for the channel, I thank myself for doing it. I wanted to advertise this channel to show how much work it actually took from day one to get to doing a world record plank. But now, even though I still can work towards achieving the world record plank, I'm just not focused on that, and I'm making videos instead, because this channel has become a lot more than just exercise, than just working towards a world record. That is a lot within itself, and I'm not saying it like that because I think it isn't. But it going up for a world record does not take personal life or any fun outside of exercise into account, which I truthfully want to do because I enjoy making videos about things that are on my mind a lot. I learn new things by doing that. I work through things by doing that. I just feel more and more at peace by doing that. And I'm becoming more of a person who I want to be compared to in the past, especially compared to when I started making videos on this channel. Things have changed for sure. I have changed for sure. But I want to change more. I'd like to take more care of my eyes, which I've started doing. I'd like to take more care of my entire body so that my body's not clicking like how it could do if I'm to do squats. I don't want any signs of the body not being in its best shape, not being in at my best health wise, not being the healthiest I can be. There you go. For some reason I didn't want to say the best I could be. Maybe that's because that's very vague, but so is saying being the healthiest I could be is pretty vague as well. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, first thing that came to mind was having the six-pack abs. And I can understand why. I was just so focused on wanting to see my abs when I started the journey. And that's actually another way that I changed. One way that I changed at 20 compared to back when I was 19. I've now started to change. Wanting to exercise, my reasons for wanting to exercise, I'm not just focused on wanting to see my abs anymore. That was very childish. What was childish about it? Maybe that's not I don't think that's the right word. Single-layered, very single-layered, and naive. Maybe that's why I think it's childish in a sense. It's naive, just like how a child can be, due to their innocence. And I'd certainly say back when I was 19, I was just starting going to the gym for the most part. I got my first membership at 18, only less than a month from when I was 19. So I basically just started going to the gym at 19. So I was very naive to what actually creates that sort of person has that has a lot of muscle, that has the six pack showing. It was just so single layered. I wasn't thinking about what would happen. What would I do? What would I do after I would have achieved that aim of getting a six pack, which is so just shoved into people's faces in the fitness industry, on YouTube, for example. Oh, I did this plank challenge for 30 days. I did this running challenge for 30 days. Reminds me of Kelty O'Connor and Simeon Panda for some reason. I don't know why. Kelty O'Connor, I think she did like a 30-day challenge. There are other creators that did a 30-day plank challenge. That way of thinking, wanting to just get abs, was so single-layered, naive. But I didn't know that at the time. And I say naive like that. Not with disgust, but just because I dislike that idea now. It's like the fitness industry is preying on naive people, like how I was 1 year ago, because it means more money in their pockets, more profit. Hey, that rhymed, basic almost. Anyway, I now have an issue with that, as you can hear in my tone of voice when saying the word naive. Because that way of thinking, seeing my abs on such a high pedestal, just means would just set myself up for not being able to achieve that aim. And also, it doesn't take my health into account. I could go IFBB Pro bodybuilder. Hypothetically speaking, I could do that, and I'd be seeing my abs. I'd be seeing my abs all right, but at what cost? Yeah, I would have achieved the aim of getting abs, but at what cost? I would have I could get severe acne, heart attack due to I've forgotten how it works, but I remember one person explaining it. It's seeing one thumbnail in particular. I think it could have been from a YouTube channel called Brightside, where they had a healthy in shape man, cartoon image of a healthy in shape man and healthy lungs, and then on the left side of the thumbnail, and then on the right side it'd be like just a very out of shape man with organs that aren't in the best health at all. They're just looking like brown, green, just looking like they're about to fail at any moment. But I would have achieved the aim of getting abs. That's why I think it's unhealthy, in my opinion, to think that way, because of where it could lead people. There are very few boundaries thinking that way in terms of what you'll do to be able to get abs, because there are no boundaries. It's just, I want to get abs, not I want to get abs through eating healthily, training to a healthy amount, not overtraining, taking care of my body by warming up and cooling down when I do my exercises, taking care of my mental health, working towards other aspects of my life. It doesn't, just wanting to get abs does not take that into account. Just like how wanting to do a job just for the money doesn't take us as human beings into account. It doesn't take our mental health into account because you just want a job for the money. That's it. Just to be able to provide for your family, or maybe just to have some cash, some extra cash, or to have cash in the bank to pay for your car, to get for clothes, for takeaway every now and then, if you're around about my age or maybe younger, because you don't know how to cook. I mean, come on. There's so few boundaries that wanting to get a job just for the money and wanting to get abs just to, in pursuit of getting rid of self-esteem issues, like how I once did, feeling disappointed every time I look in the mirror. It just doesn't take us living an amazing life into account. Being the healthiest that we can be, actually living how we want to live into account. It doesn't. But anyway, how do I feel? There was a question that I put. It was, how do I feel physically now? I mean, I do have, other than the foot pain, every single day, feeling top-notch, youthful, and another thing that I could work on when I get to 21 eventually is improving my sleep routine, mastering, controlling my imagination, being able to think more deeply, knowing more about mental health, knowing more about personal training and physical health, injury prevention, just knowing more about myself, not acting on impulses, at least as much, such as not looking at YouTube videos that I don't want to go through. I wouldn't watch YouTube in playlists. I just watch video after video after video. But now I'm starting to do that, and I'd like to carry on doing that. I'd prefer to watch videos like how I'd want to read books inside and out. Even if I don't go from page 1 to the end of the book, that's fine. Just like how it's fine if I don't go from video 1 to the end in that order, that's fine. But I just want to read all of it. I want to read the books that I have to grow my mind. I want to play chess to grow my mind, to have fun. I want to go on the Rubik's Cubes and all of the other cubes that I have at home to have fun. Take care of my eyesight more, just so that I'm living how I want to live and that my health is intact. Getting regular checkups would also be nice as well. And also not avoiding things, it would be nice as well. That's one way I could improve in when I'm 21 years young, which I didn't do at 20. Why do I at this time? Why do I think that I didn't work through? No, why do I think that I've been avoiding things like the GP appointment? I mean, I had a lot to work through with that 2021 mental health low. Back when I was feeling fear over people at the skate park, which I don't do anymore, thank goodness, but once upon a time I did. And I was avoiding that place, so I set the foundation to avoid other things, especially seeing as I felt so much fear and stress over memories that I had in at that place. I made that place out to be a living hell, basically. Well, actually, I don't really want to use that. That's a bit extreme, especially seeing as I have non-religious beliefs at the moment. So I make the decision as to what I want to believe, which my parents, I don't think, had the right to do, but they tried to anyway. But yeah, in order to move on, I've decided that I'm not going to have any religious beliefs for now until, religiously speaking, I find myself by reading a whole load of books and seeing what I do and don't agree with, both religious books and non-religious books, yeah. But anyway, I can leave that for now because I've got a lot more things to work through beforehand, like the childhood fears that I am now having to face, which I've got all on the whiteboard, but for anonymity reasons, I'm not going to show it because there are some names on there that I'm not willing to show. So let's keep talking. So how else do I think I can improve? Well, I could learn how to swim, learn how to drive, learn how to box, do martial arts, eventually. Budget, read more, cube more, Rubik's Cubes, go on them, do chess more, just allow myself to have a lot more fun without needing the screens. I'd learn a lot more that way, I think, and I'd have more of a separation between me and blue light, which would mean a healthier sleeping routine and healthy rest of my day because of that. I'd like to improve how my reasoning for things. I do like explaining myself. I remember one time, and that's because I remember one time Patrice O'Neill saying that he likes thinking of why he thinks what he thinks, so that if anyone's to question him, he has his answers, he has his reasons. And I just copied and pasted that in my mind and made myself that same way, as if it was me that thought, when in reality it wasn't. That way of thinking is helpful somewhat, as it's been the breeding grounds for me to think for myself. However, I must also realize that that's not my way of thinking, that's his. And that's important because that man didn't know my existence to look out for my best interests. However, if I mold thinking of why I want to think, or why I want to have reasons for why I think the way I do, I can mold that and so it fits my best interests rather than just following his. That might not have made sense, so I apologize. Speaking of other people, I'm now starting to understand that it's only me that truthfully has my best interests at heart. It's only me. I've heard on the internet many times saying, well, no one's gonna come and save you. Yeah, true. No one's going to go out their way to make me improve my life. I don't tell anyone in my personal life, I don't tell anyone in my personal life that I'm looking to improve. I just get on with my day. I don't need to tell anyone to do it. I purposefully don't want to tell anyone so that I just do make the improvements that I need to make something big of myself. And don't give people a reason to have thoughts that I could hold myself back with by thinking. And my parents could try and hold me back if I told them that I was trying to improve myself, and if I was trying to if I told them that I was making videos for this channel. Because with getting a job whilst going to school, they said no. And whilst wanted to do a 2-day water fast, it was to my dad especially such a big deal. And he was shouting at me saying, no, you can't do it. Even at my age. I made a video explaining that I was going on a water fast a few months ago, May time I think, and there was a road to making megabucks video, which has been discontinued, but it was about me feeling drained after an argument. That was the title, something along those lines. I felt drained after an argument. RMMB, as in road to making megabucks, day something, I forgot, but yeah, because of that, because of those things, I thought, okay, I absolutely am not telling my parents, because that could mean that they go out of their way to try and hold me back by taking away my phone, for example, and in effect taking away my potential from me. I can't under any circumstance let that happen. So I'm just working behind the scenes, working on myself behind the scenes, not working in silence. I'm speaking right now, making noise, but I'm working behind the scenes for sure, changing myself from the inside out. My finances, oh my gosh, I absolutely will change them from the inside out. The gym instructor job, I was looking at hourly rates there, and at one place they were saying less than £10 an hour, and in my mind I'm thinking, it's my foot in the door. Yeah, it's peanuts. That's what I called it. It's peanuts. But it's a foot in the door to a much bigger vision. It's not just the gym instructor job that I'd be opening myself up to. It would be a completely different way of life by progressing from gym instructor to personal trainer to that, and personal training business, and then after that, personal training business and businesses past that point, plus other sources of income depending on what I want to do. Even if I want to model, I could, but I'm not cutting for anyone. I'm not cutting weight for anyone. If modeling agencies like me, it'll be for me, for my actual weight, not because I was trying to fit their standards. They're not going to care about my health, and if I can't sustain how I look under their rules, if I can't sustain being healthy under their rules, I absolutely am not doing it, because I have my own that actually do take my best interests at heart. There's so many, I think of women in particular, because I've seen Victoria's Secret models on YouTube talk about modeling agencies telling them to get more skinny, and they just end up sometimes not even eating an apple a day, or maybe just having that. That's not enough. That's not healthy. They're destroying themselves for that job. I'm not. They're destroying themselves for that job, and potentially a way of life that comes with it, from their income, from that one source, which they being the modeling agency could just take away from them because they weren't skinny enough. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing. Oh, I'm not going anywhere near that. Oh well, we didn't take you on because you you were too heavy. You're too muscular. Uh, if you don't like me the way how I am, so be it. I'm not giving up my health for you. I'm not giving up my health for anyone. I'm not gonna destroy my health for anyone. I've destroyed my health from that mental health low, and I built it back up stronger than ever because of it. But I really was down, really down. If there was any message that I could give to myself, 1 year from now, it'd be. My mind's kind of gone clear. I've been speaking for half an hour, so I'm kind of done. But if there's anything I'd say to my 21 going on 22-year-old self, around about a year from now, what would it be? How far have we come? How far? I have a job. I must have a job. I must have a gym instructing job in a place I like by then. I must have got my gym personal training qualifications by then. I must have passed my driving test by then. And I wonder, do I have a different car? I ask, just out of curiosity, I ask if I could get a different. I'm asking because I wonder how quickly I could get a different one. One that I've actually earned. A manual. Have I got rid of my bunions yet? Have I been able to? How's that been going? Have I been taking more care of my eyesight? Maybe I've seen more improvements. Have I? How is my mental health going? Am I avoiding things now? I'd like to imagine not, because I know better than that now, even at this age. How am I? What's my body looking like? What is my social circle looking like? Do I have friends that I've known in many different environments? Love Dorsey says 8 different environments to see. Take them through 8 different environments to see their true character. In a dating sense, 8 dates. Do I lead by that? Have I thought of something that I think is more appropriate, more efficient than that? What's going on with that? Do I have friends? Am I dating anyone? What are my thoughts on dating? Have I lost my virginity? Lost. Have I had sex for the first time? I haven't now. Not ready yet though. That was not the time. I don't even have a job, so I can't be thinking about that. And I'm not lustful anymore. So actually that's not going to be the first thing on my mind, honestly. I'm not watching porn. I'm not watching those red pill video makers, red pill, laptop pill, chair pill, cup pill makers like FitX Fearless, who have extremely sexually implicit thumbnails showing bum cheeks and females in extremely tight clothing. I'm not that same lustful way that is trying to fuck as many bitches as possible. I don't think of women as bitches. they're human beings, not dogs. Nor are they cows, nor are they camels, nor are they donkeys, nor do they look like rabbits, nor yeah, nor are they chicks. They're just human beings like us. But at least I realised that now after watching the Obsession with Butts video on YouTube. I've forgotten who made it, but rather ironically. But yeah, I've come a far way in that regard. I'm not feeling lustful anymore. I'm not watching those same videos I would, like just watching girls. Not because I'm interested in what they're talking about, but just watching their beauty. I used to do that, looking at Emma McDonald. Nope, not anymore. I'd look at her sister as well in that way. Not anymore. Free. I'm free from that lust, man. Free. There are other ones as well. Who else? Evangelina Petrikis, I think her name is. I was thinking, is that wrong of me to say? But I don't think it is, because there's only a 1 year difference. I was thinking, is that predatory of me to say? But it's just a 1 year difference. So it's like, no, I don't think so. 1 year difference? 1 year? No, I don't think so. Who else would I? Oh. Sorry, the TV's there, not being used. My foot hit the TV. Right, who else? I mean, maybe the Walshes. It'd just be more so Kennedy. I don't really. Oh, actually, no, I do know why. I didn't like Claudia's personality. Why is that? I remember one time she just seemed really entitled, like when playing a game. It was a VR game, and it was like she was just expecting guys to just come to her in a line, literally in a queue. And one guy pulled her up on it in the VR chat. It's like, wow, this is pathetic. I've come here just to see how pathetic this is. Something along those lines. I forgot what video it is, but yeah, that's why I wouldn't look at her that way. It just seems like that way that those sorts of people, all of those content creators, just more so focused on entertainment and not actually being honest. In my opinion, yeah. You can see it in how they make videos, that same old Brandon Walsh music. Oh my gosh, I've spoken about it in the past. The edits, the extreme editing. There are some females on YouTube that would edit every sentence that comes out of their mouth. Like it's one sentence, edit, maybe even one clause. I think I was watching an Emma McDonald video one time and I was thinking, okay, can this lady go 5 seconds without making the edit clip? Just out of curiosity to see how much editing was going on. And yeah, I found it quite tough to do that, to say the least. I felt very, back then, way back in the video making process, I allowed myself to just be free and honest with how I thought about things, and I'm now coming back to that way of making videos, which I once almost stopped allowing myself from having when I saw the subscriber count increasing quite a bit from 28 to 45. Today, the subscriber count went to 46 because an account called Random Maniac, which had the Mr. Beast logo, clicked the subscribe button, the subscribe button to the channel on what I'm assuming is a fun improvised body workout video, which is one of the daily logs that I made yesterday. So that's day 295, 96, I think. I saw one subscriber in the video ad analytics there, so I was just assuming, oh, okay, it was that person. That it could even be a fake account, you never know. But I do know one thing. I've made a very sensible decision, keeping my honesty and censoring myself only when I truthfully want to. Because this is what's keeping me from just doing anything for money. This honesty I can use everywhere I go. I'm not doing, because of this honesty I've built, I'm not going against my spirit. I'm not doing anything against my spirit, in the words of Akala. For money. Yeah, that's how we word it. But I'd word it as anything against my moral code, because I'm not really that spiritual and individual. I don't think in that sort of way. JD from Grow Through Calisthenics does. I know he does. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with people who do, but it's just not for me personally, seeing as I have non-religious beliefs, because I haven't yet gone out my way to go and read all different forms of religions by getting the books. I really want to one day, but just not now. I have different things to think about, and I've thought that no amount of religious prayer can help me. Faith without works dead. As I look at religious books over there, faith without work is dead. It doesn't matter which religion you believe which religion you believe in, you aren't going to get anywhere if you just pray and hope that things happen. And if you dislike that opinion, sucks to be you. It's the truth. If you don't, you can disagree. I don't have a problem with that. Just like how I'm speaking freely, you can too. But because I am speaking freely, that does mean what? That means less people actually see the channel. That means less of a likelihood that I'd be able to have money coming in, even indirectly, from this channel, in the form of people purchasing the personal training programs that I would have bought, that I would have made and launched online, because less people will view it. Less people will be viewing these videos because I've sworn in titles. I have sworn without any asterisks. So that means like these videos aren't gonna get pushed out by YouTube at all, really. And at this point in time, I'm thinking, that's fine. That's amazing. That's actually what I want. And I'm not saying that to try and lie to myself. I'm saying that truthfully because I want to be able to build my honesty and my character so much to the point that it's automatic. And I don't have to think about it if, not when, but if many people in the thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands, or maybe even millions were to see these videos. I'm not sure if millions of people watch these videos, because calisthenics is so niche. That's the word that comes to mind. I think it was because I remember someone else who I was speaking to using that word, like trying to find a niche, for example, something along that. Something along those lines. I don't remember. Family friend. Anyway, yeah, talking about calisthenics is so specific, and this channel is just not. I just don't think that this channel is really worthy of many people watching the videos. Not because the message is inadequate and unworthy of thousands of views, for example, but because of the video style. This isn't aggressively engaging. It's not so many edits after edits like how Cole Hastings I've seen do in How Society's Brainwashing You. That's a video that he made 8 days ago. I actually remember. Yeah. So that must have been on the, I think it was on the 8th of October. It just hadn't been, just hadn't reached a 9-day mark yet. But anyway, yeah. They're just not aggressive. They're just not, these videos aren't aggressively engaging. They aren't, and because of that, they therefore aren't going to be pushed out by YouTube like that. At least in my mind, I'm thinking, because they are gonna, these videos are less likely to be why people would stay on YouTube for long periods of time. Again, because of that engagement factor. Sometimes I'd have long pauses. Sometimes I just completely lose track of thought. Sometimes basically nothing might be happening during some parts of the video, depending on what that is. I don't know. Yeah. I feel very happy that I've just spent this time before I turn 21 eventually, as I can now have a time capsule of what I was thinking at this age. I really do believe that I'm going to get far, but just not here. This is my place for my honesty. It's always real life interactions for sure, but this is just maybe like what Emma McAdam from Therapy in a Nutshell will call a passion project. Yeah. For some reason, I wanted to change how the camera was set up. So here goes. Yeah, as I was saying, she has sponsors coming in. She shows sponsors. I don't. I do reference the things that transform your body, transform your life, which is a book that Akash Vakela made. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I apologize if I'm not. I'm not trying to take the piss. But I show those sorts of things not for a sponsor, not for recognition, but because it's what I'm looking at. It's just me deciding to tell the truth, which is probably written all over my face, as I've spoken throughout this video, honestly. Speaking about my face, look at there are barely any wrinkles. I was feeling a bit worried about the fact that I could get a whole load of wrinkles here. Because it looked like they started to get wrinkly when I was looking in the bathroom one time recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago. I spoke about it the other day. But yeah, I was thinking, I don't want this, way too young for it. I didn't think it, I didn't think of it like that word for word, but that's what I meant. Oh, speaking of how I can improve, no longer eating in bed would be another thing. Maybe also no longer watching YouTube in bed. If anything, I can just watch. That's actually, I like the idea of that. I can just have the laptop play the Therapy in a Nutshell playlist, mental health playlist that I want to watch from start to finish. I could just let it play in the background, let it rest on the table. Or I could play it while sat down on a chair, maybe depending on what I want to do. I want to talk about birthday presents now, or just presents in general. I want to, from this point onwards, always remember that I can always give myself presents. Doesn't matter what time of year it is. It's just that I've reminded myself of the fact that I can do this as my birthday's coming up sooner or later. Speaking of my birthday, this is another thing that I wanted to mention. It really is just another day. Nothing's going to change as I go from 20 to 21. It's just going to be another day. And I realized that last year when I was approaching 20. And it's just, I want to remind myself of that fact now. That just because the age count would have changed doesn't mean that my entire life's going to change because of it. I want to go about the body. No, I want to go about my birthday in a way that actually benefits me. That benefits my health. That lines up with my values rather than my parents' values of just wanting to have a cake because that's how it's done when cakes are detrimental to our health. Look at the nutritional values on cakes. As a kid, I didn't know any better, and I like the taste of chocolate cakes, but I don't want cakes at all anymore. And it was almost like he was trying to force me to have cake. I said no at least twice, but yet he was still saying, something like, don't be a spoil sport or something like that. He absolutely didn't say that word for word. It was like, basically just, just do it anyway. That's not how I want to do things, because that doesn't take my health into account, because that's how it's done. It's not going to take care of me when I'm on my deathbed because I got type 2 diabetes from having cakes because, it was my birthday and I wanted to celebrate it like that. That's not celebration, that's destruction. I don't celebrate things with destruction. Forget that, man. What else? Yeah, I'd love to find a calisthenics park as a part of my birthday, which I think I'm going to do on my birthday. I've actually got some things lined up here and there that I've been wanting to do, like go to the GP appointment, go and get a GP appointment as a birthday present. Like, that is an amazing birthday present as far as I'm concerned. Me taking care of my health. That's a birthday present. That's a birthday present. That's a present. And I can think of the things that I would have been holding off, like that GP appointment for over a year now, 13 months, I think. All round about that. As presents rather than this big thing that I want to do. It's a reward for all this effort that I'm putting in. I know I want to do it, so I can think of it like that. I've actually sorted myself out and got myself prepared to go and get a GP appointment because of that mindset change. And I had to show myself that I was serious by getting my details or getting some notes ready for the GP appointment on just through notes, through note taking. When I did that, that was a nail in the coffin. And I've also done another thing that after doing that thing is like, okay, yeah, I'm absolutely ready now. I'm not holding it off anymore. I won't get into that though. That's personal. But yeah, just progressing in my life, how I truthfully want to progress in my life is a present. Maybe not a birthday one, depending on what time of year it is, but that birthdays are just another day, really. My birthday is not going to be any different to it was at least it's not going to be much different to how my days are now, because they genuinely are just another 24 hours that I can use to love and enjoy life. They don't think about it. So if saying that I want to celebrate my birthday implies that each other day in the year has a lesser value than your birthday, because there's an implication in that saying that you don't want to celebrate all of the other days that you've lived. It's just, oh, I want to celebrate my birthday. What about all the other days? I've never thought about that until now. But yeah, I think that's not wanting to celebrate your birthday it's just not it. Really, we should be celebrating every day by doing what we truthfully want to do. Not celebrating one day in particular and then not celebrating and not appreciating every other day of the year because it's not our birthday. Come on, please. We can do better than that. I certainly can, and we as a society can do better to appreciate our life. We can do more. We can do more to appreciate our life by actually celebrating every single day that we have on this planet. Not by explicitly saying that we're celebrating every day, but by showing it through our actions that we're celebrating life every single day as it comes. Within reason, sometimes you might feel grief over a loved one passing, and if you're not celebrating life, then that's absolutely more than understandable. But at least for the most part, we can really go out of our way to spend time to celebrate and love life and enjoy life. So I certainly from now on won't be. I did think of it, as I said, I did think of birthdays as just another day, but I've now just added one on top of that, which is I don't like that mindset now. Wanted to celebrate a birthday. I don't like that mindset. Not because I don't want to celebrate, but because of the implication that we aren't celebrating every other day of the year, specifically because it's not our birthday. So yeah, I'll just be celebrating each day rather than only celebrating my birthday. And I know how I'm gonna start off my birthday. I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna work through more fears, I'm gonna maybe watch a bit more mental health stuff from the mental health course that I'm watching. I was gonna say reading, because I'm literally thinking of watching it like how I'd read a book from start to finish. I didn't actually read this morning, now that I think about it. I was just in bed feeling very at peace as I was about to go to sleep, even after I exercised, because I stayed in bed. I've forgotten why though. But yeah, I've got a lot to live for. Well, also another way I could improve is not only working through fears as I have been doing a lot throughout this year for sure, but going out of my way to have things that I'm excited for. I haven't really done that ever. I've got the gym induction coming up tomorrow, and I'm thinking, oh wow, it's coming up. Like I actually have something to feel excited for, which will take away from all of the attention that I gave to fearful thoughts and all of the, not necessarily power, because it's not against me, but fuel towards fearful thoughts. Fear is not my enemy. Fear is my friend. It's there to protect me, but it's just that if I think of it as an enemy that has power, I'd then be just neglecting my own mind, which I've found for personal experience by letting that fear build and build and build and build by trying to avoid it, by trying to avoid those thoughts and getting stressed out, allow myself to feel stressed out if I ever felt fear due to not dealing with it in the past. I've got I just got the 10% battery warning, so on charge this goes. Pardon me. Oh, speaking of, another way that I'd like to improve is by getting higher quality gear. I'd like to get some higher quality phones, some higher quality cameras as well. I've been looking at the Canon G7X Mark II, not recently, but it seems like video creators like Emma McDonald have done that, and I like the video quality, so I'm interested in doing that myself, or getting one of them myself, because I can see how it works, and it's like, yeah, I like that. I like the look of that. Having more money come in, working towards passive income for sure, like Amazon, KDP, trying out just different side hustles, see what I enjoy, maybe creating an ebook here and there and a paperback book about my 1 year transformation journey, or maybe just about my life transformation journey up to this point. I could call it my, if we're saying since August when I started to change how I ate for good, I'd say my 14-month body transformation journey, life transformation journey, or whenever I would have uploaded the book, it'd be whenever I would have wanted to publish the book, it'd be I don't know when, but yeah, my X month life transformation journey, and I can make a book about both paperback and ebook about how people can get started in transforming their life, just like how I did, just like how I've done, because I have experience in there with transforming my life. Even if I've just started, I have experience with it, so I certainly can do that. Now, as I've been saying, I'd like to learn more, read more, so that I can grow my mind, so that I can further transform my life. I'm really trying to have the why behind my why, so that I further develop my reasoning, so that I really know why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I think how I think. Got to have many reasons to this, got to have facts, reasons upon reasons. So the reason why I think the way I do actually not only makes sense, but also, like Patrice O'Neill said, I have reasons if anyone tries to question me about my thinking. But also, I have to think about myself here. I can't be sure of myself if I don't know why I think what I do. If I don't know why I think what I do, I can't be sure of myself. And that could negatively impact my life decisions because I'd be unsure of myself. That was a reasoning for why I want to think about why I think the way I do, that I came up with, that I didn't hear of online from people like Patrice O'Neill. Thank goodness I don't call women bitches, man. The way how I've worked through any anger I had towards women, if I did have any, because of no longer dehumanizing them in my mind, it's just been really helpful. I've been able to find more peace because of that, because I was watching Red Pill videos, which I allow myself to feel angry over in the form of what they call red pill rage. If something's making you feel angry, something's up. That should be a red flag in itself, but I wasn't thinking of that at the time. It was, oh, okay, it's red pill, it's self-improvement. I was improving at the time by further developing my mind, by not watching the same old gaming videos, for example. So it was a starting point, but it was a very unhealthy place to be. This woman's a bitch, that woman's a bitch, oh, she's for the streets. Oh my goodness. I just don't want it. I just don't want to keep on telling myself that calling women bitches, calling them slags is acceptable. How would I like it if they're calling me a manhole, a fuck boy? I wouldn't like that. So just like how I wouldn't like that, or them calling me a nigger, I'm not going to go and call them slags. I'm not gonna call them hoes, bitches, dogs, cows, monkeys, apes. Just hateful terms, derogatory terms. And sure, when guys use it, when guys say bitch, what they mean, or at least what I meant, without realizing it, without putting it into these words, is unpleasant individual. But that's not what I'd be saying. I'd be calling them a dog. I've been on both sides of the coin now, so I know what it's like to be on both sides. On one hand, it's like, okay, I'm calling a woman an unpleasant individual when I call them bitch, and it's accepted. Within guys, calling females bitches it's acceptable. And apparently, according to Kevin Hart's stand-up comedy show, calling a woman a bitch, dehumanizing her as a cap, because probably in his mind, and people were like, that means unpleasant individual. Calling someone an unpleasant individual is a cap, but that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. They're calling women dogs by saying that, but yeah, I've moved on. I've moved on from that way of thinking, and although I could feel happier, and although I could feel at peace, I haven't felt happier in my adult life, and I haven't felt more at peace in my adult life. Relative to any other stage in my adult life that I've been in so far, due to working through lustful thoughts, those sorts of calling women names. Not that I would do that in person, but just doing it, saying that in my mind is also not acceptable, and I've stopped doing that because I'm not that same kid that was feeling angry anymore. I'm not that same way. I'm not that same individual. I really am not. And I remember JD from Growth Through Calisthenics saying that it sounds like you've turned a new leaf, as I was in one of the live streams that you made recently. I've forgotten which one it was. But yeah, I'd say that he could be extremely accurate in saying that I've turned a new leaf at this age and it's time to turn another one. Just one notch up next year. Or over this 1 year's worth of time that's coming up now. From this point onwards to a year onwards, it's time to turn it up again and again and again and again. Keep on solving things, keep on regularly taking care of my health through GP checkups, going to the dentist as well, which I haven't been doing. Not because I don't want to, but because I want money coming in to do so. They aren't free. I'm not a kid. Yeah, I don't want gum disease, man. Sometimes my gums will bleed easily. It's about time I go sort that out. But I need to have money coming in to go get appointments. So yeah, I'll sort that out. Passive income, I'll work on that over years worth of time. But I've got to really, if I want that to happen, if I truthfully want that to happen, I've got to go really deep in to why I want to do that and get start with it, get on with it. Also want to get rid of all of these razor bumps and all these dark spots I've got over 21. I want to get rid of them completely. I started over this year and I stopped using low quality sticks. November 2021, I want to say. I stopped using low quality sticks. But although I have seen progress, they haven't completely gone. And the patches around the ends, these around the corner, sorry, here and on the other side. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Are dark. Again, I don't know if you can see it. But I'd like to imagine you can. I actually can check that. I can check that footage to see if you can. Oh, you couldn't, but I do have some photos of what I'm talking about, which I'll show now. Alright, that's the photo shoot done. I was only thinking of taking a couple of pictures, but yeah. Right, I've been doing this for a few hours now. I've had a break just watching a live stream that JD from Go Through Calisthenics made with James, JZ, not Z, JZ, Calisthenics. Yeah, big them up, shout them out. Very, I see them as insightful, or individuals that have a lot of insightful information that I can learn from. So yeah, pick them up. Doesn't matter that they say he said a Z. Doesn't matter. That's their thing. That's American English. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple of things before I go. First of all, I wanted to talk about just higher quality things in general. I spoke about the phones, the cameras, and the reason why I want to improve the quality of the videos is because I want to have more enjoyment and fulfillment from making higher quality videos and changing up the editing styles of the videos every now and then. I'd have to set aside quite a bit of time to be able to do that, but I can work it out. I'd have to work on how I do that around work, or maybe I have to fit work around my life rather than fitting my life around work. I do live to work. I do want to enjoy what I do for a living, to have money coming in, but I don't want to forget the larger vision in mind because of what I'd be doing from a day-to-day basis, which I might do if I set life around work rather than set work around my life. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Anyway, I was thinking of maybe I can use mics for just higher quality, just higher quality videos with the mics and the cameras and the higher quality phone cameras, like the new iPhones and new Samsungs, like the iPhone 14 Pro, the Samsung 22, it's the Samsung S22 Ultra or something, all these fancy words. I remember back in 2013 in middle school, yes, middle school, when I had the Samsung Galaxy S2, I think it was, with the Comic Sans writing. Yes, I remember those days with the lime green screen case that I had that could flop about if you took it off the phone. I remember those days. Now things are just, technology is just whoa, yeah. But I do like that, but at the same time, I do have to exercise self-control, not be on it all night, all day. Yeah. Anyway, excluding just microphones and phone quality and camera quality, to enjoy making videos more, because just adding clips together is only such a certain amount of fun. I would like to just become a higher quality individual. I'd like to become a higher quality individual that'd help out with the videos that I make on this channel that sometimes are of a movie length, which I really like and enjoy. I like to look at my videos that are long, like the main weekly health reviews. I like looking at them because I could just see how much time I put into it. Sometimes 6 hours, basically straight into one video. It's wow. Yeah, I'll put time in. I have put time into this. Trust me, and that is, I'm going to be able to get far because I'm doing that. But from a year's worth down the line, I'd like to just keep on growing, get to what some self-improvement people call like becoming a high quality man. I'm not interested in that way of life, that way of thinking, but I would like to grow as an individual. I would like to change for the better. And what does for the better mean for me? Well, for the better means improved health, no more bunions. I'm regularly checking up on my health. I'm regularly going to the GP. I'm going to the dentist. I'm sorting out my health. I'm checking on my health more. I've got the blood pressure monitor. I've got a scale. I'm training in calisthenics parks, and I know where to find them. My social health's improved. I'm talking to people. I've got friends. Like, it really, really grown as a person. And sometimes I might need solitude, like how I have done now, in order to grow. But there is, in my opinion, such a thing as being socially isolated. I was like that in uni, but that was because the pandemic was at its peak back then. And although I might have spoken to people every now and then, I did experience isolation, just basically wasting away. As there was no one to check up on me. There's no one to check up on me to say, wake up in the morning. What are you doing? It's 12. It's 12, get up. There was no one to say that to me. And I just wasn't at that level yet where I had my sleep routine sorted out. Please sort that out. Please sort that out, future me. I'm making an effort towards doing that now, but please get that completely sorted. Please. Even if on a few days, every now and then, you don't sleep at an ideal time, that's fine. But for the most part, please sleep early, go to bed early, go to sleep early, wake up early, consistently, in a way that benefits me and that I've thought out thoroughly, so that it's actually in my best interest, and I'm not doing it and I'm not doing it just because I want to sleep earlier, because I've said that because I've said I've wanted to do that so many times without thinking about it deeply. Please just go out there and go and make something big of yourself. Insert real name, please. I deserve it. I deserve to be able to hear or theoretically speaking, if I could speak to you, my future self, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, maybe even 7.5 years from now, I'd love to be able to hear from you guys. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to, but that's okay. Just make me proud, please. Just go out there, go and give it your best. Go and give it your best. And if there are opportunities which you're taking, if jobs are trying to hold me back or don't appreciate the effort I'm putting in, move on. Just go and give it your best. Go and do what you truthfully want to do. Go and sort things out that you haven't sorted out, that you want to sort out, like the bunions. Please, just go out there and go enjoy life. Go and stop avoiding. Go out there and enjoy life. Because when I stop avoiding, that's when I start enjoying. Maybe that's a phrase I could take on for the rest of my life. When I stop avoiding, I start enjoying. Start feeling happier. I started to feel happier after a sign, or after doing something that was related to me getting bunions, and that in my mind confirmed that I really am ready to get an appointment. Just go out there. When I stop avoiding, I start enjoying. So how do I enjoy then? Go out there. Instead of saying stop avoiding, what do I do instead? Go out there and go and do what you've been wanting to do. Go out there, go learn, go and do what you truthfully want to do. Maybe even go and skate as a as a sign of appreciation and in memory of the mental health flow that I experienced from dreams related to the skate park. Go out there, go learn different skills, go enjoy life, go out there, go have fun. Please. I deserve it. We deserve it. We put in so much effort. It's about time I go out there and go and receive more benefits that I've already more than what I've received now, benefits wise. All of these benefits, they can just be compounded if I keep on. I can compound them if I keep on making videos like this, if I keep on progressing in my life like this. Oh yeah, on a side note, please keep your room clean and organized. There's quite a lot of mess because it's being used as storage. But when I move out, please don't. You know what it's like to have an organized space, to have a cluttered space. Don't do that. Please don't do that when you move out. I mean, it's being used as storage now in a place that I'm not even paying rent in at the moment. So maybe I don't really have as much. I can move this stuff, but it's just not as much. It's just not ideal, really. But it's getting on to 10 o'clock in the evening. If there's anything else that I want to say related to this, what would it be? Keep doing your thing. Really. Keep on. Just keep going and That way I'll make myself proud. I can enjoy what I've made. I'm not motivated by revenge anymore, by looking at what I've made and thinking, well, I've proven I'm wrong. All the way back when she'd say that I'm doing nothing, I've proven her wrong. I don't need to, I'm not doing it because of that anymore. I'm doing it because of the fun I experience and all the growth that I'm receiving in terms of my mindset to fears and to worries and to peace, enjoyment and that, and doing what I truthfully want to do. That's why I'm doing this. But even though I might have pride in seeing that I'm putting in a lot of effort, a lot of hours into the main weekly health reviews, don't let that go over the top. Don't allow myself to lose my humility because of that and build an inflated ego because of that. Please don't. Yeah. Oh, one last thing, probably before I wrap things up. I was saying to myself that this is the only day that I could do this for reasons for reasons I'm not going to explain. That's just not the case. Just because I'd be going on to a new year, I'd be going from 20 to 21. Doesn't mean I can't record it the next day, and the next day, and the next day after, as I keep on reviewing it for reasons I'm not going to explain. You still can, but me saying that in my mind has meant that I've got it done now. I'm feeling hungry, so I'm probably going to end the video here, and I don't need to upload it today, and I didn't need to make the video today. It's just that I had reasons for why I really wanted to get it done today, and I didn't need to act on. I didn't need to follow them. To be fair, however, I was right in a sense. I won't even get into it. So you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I did need to make it today for the reasons that I have in my mind. I might even forget what I'm talking about, but I'm just not going to mention it. The internet doesn't need to know everything. Never mind. So, that's it for this video. Just keep on going. That's my piece of advice. I'm getting far, and I'm going to make something big of myself. Just watch. I am making something big of myself right now. Just keep going, and you'll see how far I can get by going at this every day. And keep your honesty. Keep your honesty. Keep this honesty that I've built for you, my future self. Keep this honesty. Keep this honesty. Keep this truthfulness. I'll make sure that we keep it. From this point onwards, keep it. Just keep it. Keep it, because that's what has allowed me to get to this point where I'm at today. And it will be what you, my future self, can do to further progress. Oh, my hair's not stinking. I need to take more care of my hair. I don't know what to use, but a lot of dandruff can come off. And I'd also like to stop scratching my head, especially at the corners. I'd rub like this so I don't scratch. Actually, that actually aggravates my head. I'd like to stop doing that. I'd like to take more care of myself. I'd also like to get different clothes rather than ones with holes in. I'd like to get different jeans. I'd like to get some boots for winter. I'd like to get some new jackets because the ones that I have are either old or I didn't buy. I'd like to get some new t-shirts, new long sleeves, new jumpers. Just completely get rid of all of this old clothes that I have, old hand-me-downs that I have, or clothes that my parents bought for me, like an Elise t-shirt, the yellow one, that my mum got and gave to me for reasons I'm not going to explain. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I'm done. I'm feeling happy that I've made this video because I've thought about how I could progress in the future, and that's the main things, like passing the driving test, driving, getting a different car, a manual car. Maybe I was thinking of getting a black Suzuki because I saw one and it looked nice. I saw one on the street. I even remember exactly where, and I was thinking, you know what, that looks nice. Maybe a Mini, or maybe a Golf. Just get something I like. Go and learn more driving wise. Start taking motorbike lessons. Go out there, keep learning more. Get the personal training qualifications. Go out there, just go learn. Because that's what's allowing me to grow. And with that, what I've learned, I can then live in ways that I could not imagine. And I'd also be able to teach people. I'll be able to teach people what I've learned. People will be able to download my mindset in a way that best suits them at a younger age. Like where I'd be at when I'm 30 years young. That sort of mindset I could give to people at the age I'm at now, 20. Imagine that. Imagine a 20-year-old having downloaded the mind of a 30-year-old who's been there, done that. Imagine that. I might help out the youngers in the future, when I am 30 years younger from then on out, or maybe even earlier than that. I might help the youngers, just because I've been so selfish. It's about time I give back by going at donating to homeless shelters and providing resources to homeless shelters, because you don't know how trustworthy they are with their money. They might just be spending it on takeaway for themselves, and not on the homeless people as they should be. But yeah, just give more to people, not to be charitable, not to be kind, not to be nice, but just so I'm not being so selfish. Maybe to be able to live with myself more, to see that I've come such a far way, that I've not only proven that I can help myself, but I'm proving that I can help other people as well, which I need to prove to myself if I want to run a personal training business, which would be training other people. So doing that actually might be very helpful for businesses that I'd be running in the future. I'd be helping the homeless, honestly and truthfully, because I'd be showing that I would have shown that I can help myself. I've done that already, but now it's about time I prove that I can help other people and I can be of use to other people. I have no job at the moment. It's about time I go get one, first of all, and then from there I can just keep on building with that money that I'd have. And although it might be small, it's more than what I have right now. I have what, £400 a name. I could be doing financially. I could be a lot more healthier. But I now know what it's like to not have much financially. I know what it's like to not really have like that. So I'd be able to I'd value having more money. I'd be able to use that, I won't be using that recklessly. Because of this period in my life where I haven't had any money coming, and I'd actually appreciate that money coming in for sure, and use it so I can grow in every aspect of my life, financially included, in the form of increasing my income with that money I'd have coming in. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. That's the end of this video. And if I want to think about this topic more tomorrow, I can. Even though I was telling myself I can't, I can. And in the future, I'd like to say, that I absolutely can think about what I want to think about, even if my birthday had passed. I absolutely can. But anyway, my piece of advice is to keep going, and I will get that high quality way of life that I'm looking for. High quality gear, more money coming in, etc. Healthier socially and in every aspect. Trust me. I just gotta keep trust myself, and I've got to keep going, keep learning, keep growing, keep getting more qualified, keep just learning in my spare time, fit work around my day rather than fitting gym instructor job around my day rather than fitting my day around that. Nah, that's not how I'm gonna make things go over here, because that is only a part of my life. It's not the only part of my life, and I'm not going to make it like that, because that would mean I might lose vision on the end goal, on the end aim, or in that of the bigger picture. I'd lose sight of that bigger picture if I do that. Maybe not, I don't know, but I don't want to do that at all. So to protect myself from that, I just won't fit the rest of my day around work. I'll fit work around my day. Yeah, I'll control my schedule basically, and I won't sort out my schedule in fear that I'll trying to just get things done as quickly as possible so that I can get to work on time or things like that. I'm not doing that. But yeah, anyway, I'm done. I have no more else to say, nothing else to say, and if I do, I'll just I'll record, I'll make notes of it in the description. But yeah, je suis finito. Please have humour. Yeah, don't lose humour. Please work, build that up, and I can learn more foreign languages wise as well. I forgot to mention. That'd be fun. That'd open up a lot of doors, and I know I have the talent, or the ability to, as I did in school. Don't waste that talent, please, especially as the mind is young and still developing. Apparently, according to more days, and many people in the world, your mind's only completely developed at 25. Please take advantage of that. Anyway, I've done enough thinking for now. Let's see where I'm at gear-wise a year from now. Let's see where the channel's at. Maybe even subscriber-wise from now. I don't know. I think the subscriber count would be higher, but just not that much higher. Maybe anywhere from 1 to 2,000 a year from now. Or maybe even 500. Maybe not, but it's not actually all that big a deal, because I'm not making that my job. I'm not doing that. I know where that could end up. That's building my foundations on sand, and then I could stop speaking in a way I truthfully want to speak in the pursuit of money. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna just. I'm not taking away my honesty for money. In the words of Charles Barkley, you can't control me with money. I live by that, and I haven't questioned that way of thinking. He was really angry when that guy said something about money back when he was playing basketball. Yeah, he was really angry that day. But money is my servant, not my master. It's there to help me. I'm not gonna just do anything for money. That's what murderers do. That's what people on OnlyFans, all the fast laners, all those fast laners, maybe even people who work at the brothel, and not necessarily only prostitutes, but also the people behind them, the managers, the people, the porn stars, the fast ladies, man. Oh my gosh, the disgusting things that could happen in the pursuit of money and only doing things for money. Like child porn, that's disgusting. That is disgusting that people would be willing to put that on the internet for money. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I'm done now, and I'm not going to put myself in a position where I'm doing things for money like those people. No. But yeah, I'm done now, and if I have any more thoughts, I'll speak about them tomorrow. But I have nothing more to say. The mind's clear, and I've thought enough. Even though it might be jumbled a little bit, maybe here and there, I've thought enough. I've got so many ways I would want to improve, like sleep routine and that, coming off the screens earlier, which I can do, but in time. Just very generally speaking, if there's one last piece of advice I give, it is keep going, but it's just, please don't take too much on at one time. Instead, just keep on allowing yourself to grow at the rate you're growing. Keep on allowing yourself to change at the rate you're changing. Appreciate the change. Appreciate that you're going in the direction you want. Appreciate that from day to day. Please don't, like how James said in the live stream, demean it. Don't demean James being JZ calisthenics. Don't demean small PBs, like getting 3 pull-ups over 2. As he said, I forgot which live stream though. Don't demean them. Don't demean those changes, because those changes is what's going to get you to that amazing way of life, which you can then even further build on from that point. Go and buy more books. I'm thinking of getting Robert Greene's self-mastery book, and maybe books like that, like The Art of Seduction. I really enjoyed reading that online, and maybe even the 48 Laws of Power. Just wanting to read more, but I wouldn't be just I'd use the 48 Laws of Power to see how people could go out their way to manipulate others, but not because I'd want to actually manipulate others myself. That makes complete sense. I don't need to question that. But yeah, it sounds quite manipulative in my eyes. I don't want to start speaking like how Luke Spurgeon said, just playing the game. I don't want to do that at all. And I know it looks like he's read the 48 Laws of Power, and I don't want to end up like him in that sense when by reading that book. But I do want to read those sorts of books though, to grow my mind and to also just enjoy reading. Really, yeah, there's a lot more to life than just what's on the screens. Yeah, and that's not only just in the form of reading, but stargazing, just going out, enjoying walks, going to different areas, talking to different people, learning different things, going out to different things that I haven't done before recently, or have never done before. I haven't gone to an escape room in a long while, and Love Dorsey, I remember her saying that on a podcast, I remember, with some guy called Carlos Miller, I think, that like doing escape rooms could really help problem solving skills. Yeah, apologies, phone cut out. So I think that's it. I have no more to say. Phone cut out unexpectedly. For reasons I'm not going to explain. Don't need to know everything. But yeah, I'm finished now. I'm done. If I have anything else I want to say, I will. It's 10 o'clock now. Bang on. I actually want to see when I started this. My first clip is at 7:36 p.m. That's at when I've just come into the bedroom to record this video as well. But it starts even earlier than that, at 4:31 p.m. So I've been doing this for about 5.5 hours, with including breaks and including doing different stuff. Wow. that's just how long it takes to do certain things. Sometimes it takes 6 hours straight to film these sorts of videos. So what, you get a project that's 2 hours or so long from 6 hours of filming. Oh, from 6 hours of filming and editing. So what, this is fun to me. No, it's not a business like how Smosh ended up making their fun their business. Like I say, keep that honesty. If I want to talk about someone, I can. If I want to talk about other people, I can, to a level that I want to, I can. Just like how other people can speak about me and their opinions on me, just like how I would on other people. But I just be living my own life. I won't be thinking about that. I won't be living in fear, thinking about what other people have to say. There's that phrase, "Oh, don't care about what others think of you." I've certainly done that. I've certainly done that too. And it just a state that was I just overdid that. And I'm not saying I don't care. Now I just say that there's much more to life than thinking about what other people on the internet have to think about what I've said in comments and in the comment section of some videos, both mine and others, and other people's videos, and in other people's videos. Oh my gosh, it doesn't matter, seriously. Those are my thoughts on that. I'll be living in fear, like how I did during the mental health low that I've spoken about many times with the skate park stuff. As I've said, yeah, I know not to do that anymore. So there's a certain level of not caring that comes with that. It's just the caring that I would do just isn't excessive, and I can realize, oh, it's just some person on the internet saying something. Oh my gosh, big deal. And I know when I'm not going out of my way to say anything that I really believe is offensive or harmful. I'm not doing that, so I don't need to worry. I'm a growing individual. I'm changing. I'm learning. I don't need to worry about saying harmful things or offensive things that could tarnish my reputation, both online and offline. I don't need to. Yeah. That's it. And I'm certainly not going to go out my way to become for this channel to be extremely visible, like tens of thousands of people can see it, and then in pursuit of just doing anything for more people to watch. No, I know I'm not doing that. I can trust myself, because I've been growing as a person. I know I'm being honest with myself and that I'm not lying. I'm not a liar. I don't lie to myself. I've been honest with myself. I'm not necessarily an honest individual. It's not a part of my identity, but I do live honestly, for sure. I really believe that, because I share so much honesty here. I'm honest with myself off camera as well. This is just me. Like, me lying down like this. This is just this is just me. Yeah. I'm feeling so hungry now. I've really got to end it. But I'll end it on this. Just because a new age, I'll be 21, is coming rather than me being 20. I'm no longer living in fear about aging anymore, because there's a lot more to gain than to lose, which I've started thinking like a couple of weeks ago. I now understand that, but just because I knew I'd be 21 rather than 20 doesn't mean that that's a big deal. Age is only just a number now, really. And I'm talking within reason. I'm not talking about, oh, yeah, 50-year-olds could date 7-year-olds because age is just a number. No, I don't mean that. But in this context and within reason, age is it's just a number. I'll be living life. I'll be having the same aims. I'll be still growing as a person the same way. It's just a number. It's not something that holds extreme value, which we're conditioned to believe, in my opinion. Seeing as we're conditioned to celebrate our birthday, And with that, as I've said, comes an implication that we shouldn't celebrate the other days that we have on this earth, even though they're the same 24 hours. It's the same. The sunset, the sun rises the same way, the sun sets the same way, the day goes the same way, and the seasons happen the same way. Maybe excluding the fact that climate change might be happening nowadays, but I don't know about all that. But yeah, you get the point. Both my future self and maybe others watching this now. If other people have watched this throughout, oh my gosh, what are you doing with your lives? Unless you're watching this like a movie or something. Maybe people want to watch looking back. Maybe not, I don't know. Imagine 15 years from now, me looking at myself like this. Look. Look. Oh my gosh. Imagine me looking at myself at 35 years young. Maybe even like JD said in a live stream, inventing new calisthenics moves because I've started so early. Seeing how far I've come, yeah, it would be a far way, and I probably would have moved on to something else by then. By 35, I would have been doing this for 15 years. 15 years. And not moved on to anything else. That'd be concerning. Forget that. I'm not staying on here forever. I can't stay on here forever because I have an expiry date. I will pass away sooner or later, so I'm not staying here forever. I'm not Deadpool. So, living forever is not going to happen. Even a legacy, having a legacy for as long as humanity exists is probably not going to happen. I mean, I'm just another individual. I'm just another individual living through life and learning how to enjoy life and love life. I make it seem like, oh well, the clocks are turning. That next year of age is coming. I can't speak about it when that next year of age, when I get to that next year of age. But I absolutely can. Age is just a number. You could calm down about that. Life doesn't just instantly change because you turned a different age. I can't believe that people would, like how I've seen Emma McDonald do on YouTube, celebrate their 21st with alcohol, with destruction of the body. Oh my gosh. Birthday cakes, destroying your body. Forget how attractive some people might think she looks. I just don't value celebrating birthdays like that. That's not a celebration. That's destruction. So it shouldn't even be celebrating your birthday. It should be just destroying yourself for a day. That's what it is basically. Eating the cake, eating any sort of unhealthy foods that you want to eat because you want to eat them. Because you want to eat whatever you want. Oh no, that just sounds reckless. Like how I remember one person who's a couple years younger saying, well, I just sleep whenever I want. That's reckless. And that same mindset could be in her as well, Emma, as an individual. Maybe not, I don't know. And it's not really in my best interest to know, because I can only enjoy life so much thinking about what other people, especially other people I don't know, are doing. I'm not lusting over her or individuals like her anymore. I wouldn't think, oh yeah, I want to fuck her or anything like that. No, it would just be me watching her beauty, like I have done with other creators. Um, some girl called Steph. I don't know how to say her surname, but it's Bohrer. I was actually working through lustful thoughts. I wasn't again with her. I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, I want to fuck her so much. No, not at all. That's that same individual that says she hates men. Okay, you can keep that same energy on the other side of the planet. Thank you very much. Yeah, take that makeup off though. Take that makeup off, and it's like, okay, yeah. Now reality hits. If I were to see, uh, if I were to be talking to someone like her, and if we were talking, or what people call in the talking stages, and someone like her or someone that looked like her wasn't wearing makeup, I'll be alright with that. But say we were to just spend the night together, not even necessarily have sex with each other, but just spend the night together, but then you take the makeup off and then you see the declining objective beauty. It's like, oh, okay, right, come on, like this is silly now. How much women can seemingly change when you take up when they take off the makeup, but it's there for beauty, maybe for self-esteem issues as well. But I don't really know how that works, so I absolutely would have to be patient, not with just them, but myself as well, in understanding why females might actually, yeah, females, as in girls and women, might actually be maybe even pressured into wearing makeup / heavily incentivized to wear makeup. Maybe because they're just being told from a young age that they aren't good enough and that they're competing against women who are hyper sexual look speaking because of Photoshop and because of maybe even destroying their body by eating too little, because they think that they aren't, even they might think they aren't good enough, like Kendall Jenner might. They're normal human beings, just like how just like the girls wanting to be like Kendall Jenner or Kim Kardashian are. I at least know that if I ever do, no, not if, when when I start dating, I know to be very patient with not only the woman I be dating, but with myself as well. Family life is going to affect how I date, and it could negatively affect how I date, seeing as I've told myself I come from a very unapologetic household. So I have to be very patient with myself. And not only would I have flaws, but the woman I'd be dating would have flaws as well. That's a part of being human. It's an amazing part of being human. Yeah, I think in dating, things will go. I'll learn a lot and I'll grow a lot, but I don't. I want to be able to depend on myself and only myself to live how I truthfully want to live. I don't want to depend on a woman to be able to do that. Some guys might have said I don't want to depend on a bitch to be able to do that, but again, as I've said, I'm not dehumanizing females. I'm not dehumanizing girls or women by calling them bitches. I don't. That's not healthy. How would I like it if they were to call me a fuckboy, as they might say? I would. I just remove myself from that situation. Really, I probably question them on it. But after that, that would be it. After that, I just remove myself from people who speak like that, because it's extreme. It sounds like they have those people that speak like that, both men and women. It just sounds like they have a lot of hatred in them. And that hatred I don't have, so I don't connect with those sorts of people. Those sorts of guys that call men bitches. No, that are call those sorts of men that call women bitches, and those sorts of women that would say that they hate men. I might go out my way to further understand why they think the way they do on both sides, but other than that, I'm not gonna really stick around them anymore. Or I wouldn't stick around them past that, because they sound like unhealthy individuals. But anyway, I'm gonna go eat now. I'm feeling hungry, and although I don't want to stop this video, I am gonna have to. Nothing lasts forever, and I'm just rambling on at this point. But last note, salute to finish the video. Just keep going, and I'll get far. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now, I don't have to fear about aging as I've done in the past, because I think in fear about the fact that I am going to pass away one day. I'm going to die one day. Even in death, there's something to gain, because I'd know what it's like to have gone through the cycle of life completely. Some people say it's graduating from life. I would know what it's like to go through the cycle of life completely. So even in that, there's something to gain. So there's no need to worry. There's no need to fear death, as I have done this year. From this year on, from 21 onwards, no more of that. At least not as much as I once done this year. I don't need to feel fear about death, because even in that, there's something to gain. Because I know what it's like. This thing that people feared so much, I know what it's like. I wouldn't be I wouldn't not know about it anymore. Yeah. And although people who are alive would be saying RIP, I'd just be seeing what it's like, even if that is nothingness, or as people claim, heaven or hell. I know what it's like. I used to feel fear about hell, but like Aberrant Priest said, if me not praying 5 times a day means I don't go to heaven, then I'm not sure I'd want to go to heaven. He didn't say that word for word, but that was basically it. I forgot which video it was, but he was saying that that's the conclusion he came up with when he was 12. Wow. Fair enough. I personally just don't want to connect with that way of thinking about fearing heaven or fearing hell or wanting to be in heaven, because there's a lot of fear mongering that can come with that, and I could put myself in a very unhealthy mind state by getting into that sort of thing, which I don't need to do. I put myself in an unhealthy mind state before with that mental health low that I spoke about with the skate park, and that I don't need to do that again. With the fear mongering, thinking that God will punish me, as my dad would say sometimes. No more of that. Seriously, no more of that. And just because I might come from a Muslim household and I don't have those beliefs, doesn't mean that I'm any less of a human being. It absolutely doesn't. I'd pick how I want to live for myself. I'd pick which religion I do or don't want to believe in for myself, rather than let them pick for me, which they thought they had the right to. They don't. I am my own adult. I am my own person, and as a part of gaining more self-control, that means I have to pick more of my values and my opinions, rather than just letting anyone pick my thoughts and opinions for me. No. I thought that I had Muslim beliefs and that I was a Muslim when I was younger, but that was only just because I was told that I was, rather than making my own decision as to whether I believed in Islam or not, which I'll do over time. Just not now. I have many more different things to work on, and my actions without religion have helped. But if I want to believe in the future, then whatever, fine. I'll give myself the space to believe in what I truthfully want to believe in, even if that means not believing at all, or picking some values from different religions here and there that I like and that I agree with. That's fine. But yeah, I'll make my own decision with that. Anyway, I'm done. My piece of advice is to just keep going from year to year to year, and I'll make something extremely big for myself. I'll make sure of that. Peace. Have more boundaries in all aspects so I can live healthier. I just wanted to add that before the final clip played, because it's something that was on the mind. Yeah. It didn't fit in, so I just added it at the end now. So yeah, that's it, and let's see what I would have got up to in the space of a year, 2 years, 5 years, 7.5, or 1 year, 2 years, 1 year's 2.5, 5, 7.5, and then 10, and so on like that. Let's see. I would have made something big of myself though, day by day, bit by bit, and I would have proven it to myself and other people that if you really do want to live an amazing life, you absolutely can. On that note, I really am gone this time. Peace.